Hi, everybody. We have Elizabeth VanHoose here with us, our Richfield City Clerk, to talk about elections today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So, what goes into getting ready for elections?
Well, that is a long answer.
Yeah.
I'll try and make it short. The process for elections begins a couple months ahead of time. So, right after the primary to get ready for the general, we have maybe 2 weeks of downtime. And then we're right back into it again, where we're figuring out the head judges, getting those lists together, reaching out to our media to get the word out that we need judges. And we had an overwhelming turnout this year.
Great.
Just wonderful. We actually had to turn people away, which we just hate to
Wow.
do. And so then we begin with the machines downstairs. There's testing of the equipment. The poll pads where voters check in on election day, all of those have to be updated, imported with the data from Hennepin County. We have to bring in, then absentee voting starts, and then we have to bring in extra staff for that, because this election is just, it is absolutely crazy, but there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of extra staff that are here to help. So.
And speaking of this year's election, what is different about this year than any other election time?
This. The preparing for election day is a little bit more because of the added PPE that has to go into it, making sure that both the voters and the election judges are safe. And so Hennepin County, working with the Secretary of State, has provided a lot of extra PPE at no extra cost to the cities, which was wonderful. So we just needed to let them know what we needed: masks, sanitizer. We provided our own shields for at the poll pads and at the ballot, where ballots are issued at the polling location. Also here at City Hall, where we are providing absentee voting, it's here as well. And then going over the requirements within the polling place with the head judges as far as the social distancing and allowing for having all of that extra, the tape and the signs and all of that extra stuff. So it was a lot of added to the list.
So, you know, like you were talking about just now, COVID is on everybody's mind, and it sounds like some of the precautions you're taking have to do with having sanitizer. You'll be having clean pens, sanitizing pens, is that correct?
Yeah, so that's something that I'm going to go over with the head judges. We always meet the day before the election to go over all of the ins and outs, questions they might have, all of that. And so, of course, safety is going to be one of the bigger ones. And so pens is a topic that that they all have interest in. So providing pens for every single voter is not always ideal. So we are going to have the option of them cleaning the pens, asking the voter if they have their own pen, and then just continuing to clean throughout the day so that they are in a clean environment.
Great. So it sounds like we'll have plenty of COVID precautions in place.
Yes, we are following all direction from Hennepin County.
And just one item that I've gotten a few questions about is just a few community members saying they have a little bit of concern around public safety on election day. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, Hennepin County has been providing a lot of extra information that's coming down from the Secretary of State. So we've been working with Chief Henthorn and Mary Tejan, the city attorney, just to make sure that we have all of our I's dotted and T's crossed for election day, that everyone will be safe on election day.
Thank you. I think that will help people feel assured.
Yes,
that they can come.
Yeah, and we hope to have Chief Henthorn present at our head judge meeting on that Monday, and he'll be coming in to answer any questions that the head judges have to ease their concerns for election day.
Great. So could you share a little bit about how the votes are counted and how the process for declaring the winners?
Yeah, so every ballot that is dropped off here, voted here, mailed in, they're all eventually making their way down to Hennepin County. Hennepin County is opening them now and feeding them into the ballot counter, and will continue to do that up until 7 days after the election. And then they will declare the winner by canvassing the results on the 13th of November.
Okay. And lastly, if people have questions for this election season, who can they call? Who can they talk to? Who can they get help from?
Absolutely. You can reach out to me at any time. You can reach me at 612-861-9738. You can email me here at the city. My email address is evanhoose@richfieldmn.gov. I'm available right now with the election. I'm available all the time. So whenever anybody reaches out, I'm responding, even on the weekends.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing for our city. Thank you for making sure that we have safe, clear election process for our residents. And thank you to your team as well. I know your team has been working so hard and has been working around the clock, not just for the elections, but also for our Dep Reg department, and making sure that as we continue to see customers here at the city of Richfield, we're doing everything to keep people safe and helping them navigate our new process. And we've heard great feedback from our residents. People love, a welcomer at the front door saying thank you, helping people navigate. So please pass the thank you on to your staff as well for everything you've all been doing. Our residents should know we're very lucky to have such a great team.
Yes, thank you.